9 reasons to use coconut oil every day, 3 of them are amazing, plus 4 commonly used but dangerous oils that you should never consume. If you want to heal, beautify and restore your body. Here's news that I'm sure won't surprise you. Nothing that is cooked up in a lab can ever replace the value of what is found in nature. Mother Nature is incredibly generous in everything she provides us. It provides us with an abundance of fruits and vegetables rich in vitamins, minerals and nutrients to nourish our bodies so that we can enjoy a long and healthy life. One fruit in particular, the coconut, has such a profusion of medicinal properties that its tree is called the tree of life. Before World War II, people living in island countries, such as the Philippines, ate a diet consisting primarily of rice, tubers, vegetables, and an abundant ultra-therapeutic superfood, coconut. Coconut is a functional food, rich in vitamins, minerals and fiber, essential nutrients for good health. For generations, the islanders considered it the cure for all diseases, and they consumed flesh, milk and coconut oil daily. Although this diet was high in saturated fat, Western diseases like diabetes, cancer, and heart disease were virtually unheard of. The Filipinos and islanders, on the contrary, enjoyed a beautifully youthful complexion, smooth, wrinkle-free skin, almost total absence of skin cancer even with excessive sun exposure throughout the entire period. And lasting good health. Coconut oil in particular has been shown to protect you against viruses, bacteria, infections, cancer, thyroid, brain and heart problems, and that in addition it beautifies your skin, and even burns your skin. Fat. It is amazing how much coconut oil, a saturated fat, is full of healthy properties, and in no way is it responsible for high cholesterol, obesity, heart disease and negative health effects, as you have been led to believe. Finally, modern medicine and science are beginning to realize this basic truth. This was bound to happen a long time ago. But sadly not before heart disease, cancer, diabetes, obesity and a host of other catastrophic illnesses reached epidemic proportions. The myth of saturated fat who stole your good health. Before World War II, this miracle-healing food coconut was used to relieve cough, the constipation, malnutrition, skin infections, toothache, ear infections, influenza and more. If you are interested, please click the link below the video. But that all changed at the end of the war when the United States proclaimed hydrogenated oils to be the healthiest oils. In the 1960s, a weak scientific theory claimed that saturated fats, such as those found in butter, eggs, milk, red meat and coconuts, increased levels of bad cholesterol, LDL, and that their consumption was dangerous. Nothing was further from the truth. But this health anxiety was enough for the public to abandon saturated fat for refined vegetable oils. This was perfect for the food industry as they were much cheaper to produce. It wasn't long before the Western diet reached the islands and old ways were forgotten. Cheaper, mass-produced hydrogenated foods have replaced traditional foods, like the versatile and therapeutic coconut oil that has kept islanders healthy for generations. And for the very first time, the leading diseases among Americans, heart disease, diabetes, cancer and obesity, began to become a plague among island nations. The 4 healthy oils, actually unhealthy, you should never eat. Decades ago, when food processing began, tampering with what nature offered us became common practice. Thus began the era of foods modified by sorcerers' apprentices, frankenfoods. Natural, whole and nutritious foods, which for the most part passed straight from the farm to your table, were replaced with convenience foods mass-produced, over-processed, refined and loaded with chemicals. And it was no different for the fats. In 4 decades, healthy sources of fat were replaced by vegetable oils that were thought to be better for you. We now know that they have done more harm than good. The following 4 are the worst and you should avoid them at all costs. 1. Canola. Animals and insects avoid it in the wild, and here's why you should too. There is nothing like it in nature. Canola oil is actually a modified version of canola oil. Asian and Indian cultures have used rapeseed oil for centuries, but it was never consumed in overwhelming proportions the way Americans do. Rapeseed, from the mustard family, contains cyanide compounds and is avoided by wild animals and insects in nature. The refining process, consisting of deodorizing and bleaching to turn it into canola oil, involves exposing the rapeseed oil to a high temperature, which greatly reduces the level of omega-3 it contains, which is perhaps its only quality at the origin. Consumption of this GMO oil has been linked to muscle disorders and fatty degeneration of the heart, kidneys, adrenal and thyroid glands. To avoid it, read labels carefully, even if the products are supposedly good for you, because it is present almost everywhere. 2. Cottonseed oil, an industrial plant saturated with pesticides. Thousands of commercially produced foods contain cottonseed oil. Everything goes from canned foods to crisps and other bagged items. It's even found in drinks like Gatorade. However, cotton is not a crop cultivated for food, and therefore it is not treated as a food crop but as an industrial crop. In theory, anything can be sprayed on cotton plants to ward off insects and trigger growth. Cotton fields use dangerous poisons like trifluralin, cyanide, dicophil, propargite and nald. These deeply permeate plants, literally turning them into poisonous organisms. While it wouldn't be a problem for making pants and shirts, cottonseed oil is definitely unsafe for consumption. The majority of cotton plants are genetically modified, altered at the molecular level. Even though we do not eat the cotton plant directly, the oil that is extracted from it contains the same properties as the plant. In addition to a high amount of omega-6 fatty acids, cottonseed oil exhibits a protein structure similar to peanuts, so people with allergies to peanuts can also have a serious allergic reaction to this oil. However, the FDA does not require an allergy label for this oil, although peanut oil can be fatal. 3. Safflower. Studies show that an increase in omega-6 also increases the rate of death from heart disease, reason enough to avoid this oil. If you still believe that saturated fat and cholesterol are a direct cause of heart disease, then safflower oil probably seems like a healthy alternative. Previous studies have found that by substituting animal fats with vegetable oils such as safflower, cholesterol levels may actually drop. However, what previous studies had not assessed was the high ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids in these oils, and the amount of omega-6 fatty acids in the American diet was increasing astronomically. Researchers now have proof that it may not be cholesterol that kills, but omega-6s. When a group of people replaced animal fat with safflower oil, which is rich in omega-6, their cholesterol levels fell. However, the death rate from cardiovascular and coronary heart disease increased significantly compared to those who consumed animal fats. These findings have prompted researchers to reassess their theories on saturated fat, cholesterol and heart disease, and to point the finger at omega-6 fatty acids formerly considered good for the heart. 4. Soy, the health, GMO and endocrine disruptor food that continues to be passed off as healthy. Oh, the soybean controversy. Although traders will make you believe that soy is beneficial because our healthy fellow Asians consume it regularly, it is actually a questionable nutritional myth. Asians love soy, but in its fermented form and in considerably less quantities than we do. 93% of US soybeans are GMOs, and most of the soybeans we eat are unfermented. Highly processed soybeans have been linked to many diseases including thyroid gland problems and endocrine disruption due to its high amount of estrogen-like compounds called phytoestrogens. As for soybean oil, it represents up to 80% of the oil we consume today. It is highly processed and heavily hydrogenated, and is found in the vast majority of products on supermarket shelves. And do not think that choosing organic soybeans is safer, because some so-called organic soy farms have been shown to fraudulently use this name, passing off GM soy for what it was not. It's best to avoid soybean oil completely. You can pretty much be guaranteed that right now you have one of these oils, or food containing these oils, in your pantry. Perhaps you yourself used one of these oils when you made dinner last night. And today you sadly realize that the agri-food industry Truly healthy food has been demonized and your so-called healthy food choices have been manipulated by manufacturers getting richer every day. And during this time the nutritional qualities of your diet were getting poorer every day. Coconut oil will set you free and improve your health. Do you feel cheated? We did, when we realized that everything we were told about saturated oils was wrong, and how much better coconut oil was for all of us. But that's only the tip of the iceberg. This is why we have decided to write and publish the exclusive ebook, The Secret of Coconut Oil, Nature's #1 Superfood Pour, so that you too can sort the truth from the truth, lies, and experience all that coconut oil has to offer for your health. In The Secret of Coconut Oil, Nature's #1 Superfood, we completely deconstruct the myth of saturated fat in layman's terms, so you can rest assured that choosing coconut oil is the best decision to be made. You will discover why the fat hypothesis, the theory that created panic about saturated fat, makes no sense, and experience all that coconut oil has to offer for your health. The fats you really need to avoid for health. The truth about margarine and how it doubles your risk of having a heart attack. Why the French have the lowest rate of coronary heart disease of any Western country, despite their high-fat diet. The type of fat most commonly found in blocked arteries and why it will shock you. And much more. But the healing revelations don't end there. Coconut oil contains the healthiest substance on earth. It's no secret that breastfeeding is the best thing a mother can do to boost her immune system. What makes breast milk so healthy is the fact that it contains a high amount of lauric acid. Besides breast milk, there are only 3 dietary sources of lauric acid, and coconut oil is the most concentrated of the 3. In The Secret of Coconut Oil, Nature's #1 Superfood, you will discover the unique quality that allows coconut oil to fight viruses, bacteria and even yeast. The exact reason the Institute of Health and Science proves that coconut oil contributes to colon health. A complete list of pests, infections and viruses that coconut oil has been shown to work against. The recommended dose of coconut oil for good health, based on weight. And much more. Can't lose weight? It's now over, because coconut oil fuels your metabolism. If you are interested, please click the link below the video. Researchers have found that in crops where unrefined coconut oil is an integral part of the daily diet, there are fewer cases of obesity and lifestyle-related illnesses. Unfortunately, very little coconut oil is consumed in the United States, and the metabolic syndrome, with its symptoms of obesity, diabetes and heart disease, is reaching epidemic proportions. In The Secret of Coconut Oil, Nature's #1 Superfood, you will discover the secret component in coconut oil that quickly burns fat to fuel the body. Why coconut oil makes you feel fuller longer and cuts food meals. Islanders who ate a 50% fat diet were slim and healthy. The so-called heart-friendly oils that you should avoid and that increase your risk of having a heart attack and type 2 diabetes. How consuming 2 tablespoons of coconut oil per day has helped a group of women reduce their BMI, body mass index, and waistlines. And much more. Do you feel tired all the time? Here's some good news. Coconut oil boosts your thyroid. More than 13 million Americans suffer from an underfunctioning thyroid without understanding the cause. This is not surprising, because the most processed foods contain components that block the absorption of iodine, and iodine is essential for optimal functioning of the thyroid. If you're cooking with vegetable oil, it's time to quit for the sake of your thyroid. Plus, without a healthy thyroid, it's almost impossible to lose weight, especially for women. Find out if you have a thyroid dysfunction and how coconut oil can jumpstart it in The Secret of Coconut Oil, Nature's #1 Superfood. Discover the many symptoms that can indicate an underactive thyroid, including fatigue, weight gain, depression, constipation, low libido and more. The 2 foods that block iodine uptake the most and wreak havoc on your thyroid health. Why refined oils are especially damaging to your thyroid and contribute so much to weight gain and exhaustion. How virgin coconut oil can completely change your thyroid health and boost your energy. And much more. Now, do you want to feel just as good on the outside as it is on the inside? You can, because coconut oil protects and beautifies your skin. People living in the tropics have gorgeous, wrinkle-free skin because coconut oil is not only part of their diet, but also part of their beauty regimen. Coconut oil is a natural moisturizing makeup remover and effective sunscreen, blocking 20% of harmful radiation, thanks to medium-chain fatty acids that protect and heal the skin at the same time. In The Secret of Coconut Oil, nature's #1 superfood, we'll share the perfect oil to mix with coconut oil to hydrate and kill dermatitis bacteria. The secret ingredient that makes coconut oil effective against acne, without the dryness and flakiness of over-the-counter acne cleansers. The important relationship between coconut oil, vitamin E and vitamin D. Are you treating a baby with diaper rash? Throw away the ointment and take some coconut oil. How to make a spa-worthy tropical exfoliating treatment yourself. And much more. You can also take care of your mind, because coconut oil can save your brain. Alzheimer's disease cases are on the rise, but you can act now to protect your brain from the devastating effects of this cruel disease. How, or what? By helping your body make ketones, an alternative energy source for your brain. Ketones are created when the body metabolizes MCTs, medium-chain triglycerides. But where can you find TCMs? In coconut oil, of course. In The Secret of Coconut Oil, nature's #1 superfood, you will discover why ketones are imperative for fighting Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, Huntington's disease, multiple sclerosis and many other crippling diseases. Inspirational real-life stories that prove coconut can restore brain health. What the FDA knows about the effects of MCTs found in coconut oil. Brain scans which prove that this natural alternative stops the progression of diseases destroying the brain. And much more. Does the word cancer terrify you? Don't let that happen, because coconut oil fights cancer. Cancer cells feed and grow in your body until the disease finally takes over and deteriorates your health. When they don't just end up killing you. Stop being terrified of cancer. Researchers have found that it is actually possible to starve cancer cells, and this proactive defense makes the body better able to fight disease than aggressive chemotherapy. In The Secret of Coconut Oil, nature's #1 superfood, you will discover the alternative fuel that can make your body thrive while starving cancer cells, found in abundance in coconut oil. The 7 foods you should eat to keep the cancer threat at away. And a hint, coconut oil is one of them. The 4 lifestyle changes you need to make to be optimally healthy and avoid cancer. The specific foods you must eliminate from your diet, because they promote cancer growth. And much more. Have you heard of the benefits of detoxification? Well, listen, because coconut oil is the ultimate detoxifier. Detoxification is pretty popular lately, but beware. Many detox treatments that can be found on the internet are not based on any scientific fact and are rather fad diets meant to line the pockets of others. Coconut oil has amazing detoxifying properties and it boosts your energy during a detox. In The Secret of Coconut Oil, nature's #1 superfood, you will discover the 5 essential elements of a healthy and effective detox cure. How to feel full during a detox cure while staying true to your goal. The effective and easy detox cure that you can do in 10 minutes every day. What you should always do before starting any detox treatment. And much more. Don't let your doctor make you sicker with conventional heart treatments. Try this instead, because coconut oil is amazing for heart health. Heart disease is a frightening illness often treated with even scarier drugs, like statins. Statins, drugs to lower cholesterol, deplete the body of vital nutrients that nourish the heart and can do more harm than good. Coconut oil has medicinal benefits for the heart and may help prevent the need for such medications, and may even keep you from getting sick altogether. In The Secret of Coconut Oil, Nature's #1 superfood, you will discover why statins are prescribed 75% of the time even though research shows they do not help increase life expectancy. The effects of coconut oil on LDL-HDL ratio and how it could save your life. The unique ability of coconut oil to reduce blood clots, free radicals, and improve liver health. How mild infections help promote heart disease, and how you can avoid it. And much more. Are you worried about yeast? Just like millions of other people. But guess what? Coconut oil restores its yeast therapeutic benefits. Everyone has a small amount of living yeast in their mouths and intestines. It plays an important role in the digestion and absorption of nutrients, but when there is overcrowding, beware. It passes through the wall of the intestines and enters the bloodstream, where it releases toxins. This leak can cause a number of health problems. In fact, there are more people with yeast-related diseases, or candida, than you think. Maybe you yourself are one of them. In The Secret of Coconut Oil, Nature's #1 superfood, you will discover how to find out if yeast is making you sick with this easy home test. The 8 foods most responsible for releasing yeast in your body. You must avoid them. Encourage the growth of healthy bacteria in your body with this list of foods. Hint: coconut oil is one of them. The surprisingly troublesome and debilitating symptoms of yeast overgrowth. Didn't you know candida can cause depression? Find out what other effects it has on your body. And much more. If you are interested, please click the link below the video.